The big news coming out of Washington is the removal of Rex Tillerson as U.S. Secretary of State to be replaced with Mike Pompeo. Now, this announcement was made by Donald Trump via Twitter. According to an interview Trump gave, he said that he got along well with the man, but that they didn't see eye to eye on some issues. Tillerson, a former chief executive of ExxonMobil, was only appointed to the job just over a year ago. The president also nominated Gina Haspel to become the first female director of the CIA. However, according to other statements, it seems that the major divide between the two men may have been over how to handle the impending Iran nuclear deal. It seems that Tillerson wanted it to remain in place, while President Trump feels like it really should be repealed and a new one put in its place. Trump said, "When you look at the Iran deal, I think it's terrible. I guess he thought it was okay. I wanted to either break it or do something, and he felt a bit differently, so we are not really thinking the same." It seems Trump may have fired via tweet again. According to the Associated Press, White House Chief of Staff John Kelly called Mr. Tillerson on Friday and advised him to watch out for a presidential tweet about him. Kelly did not tell Tillerson when the tweet would be posted or what it might say, reports the news agency. The 65-year-old arrived back in Washington before dawn on Tuesday to learn he was out of a job a few hours later. It seems very much that his leaving had to do with the Iran nuclear deal. Now, it has been certified again and again and again by the European partners in the JCPOA agreement that Iran has completely lived up to their side of the agreement. They have not developed nuclear weapons. They have not developed weapons-grade uranium. They've completely abided by the deal, so says the United Nations and the European allies. Yet, President Trump seems absolutely intent upon repealing this deal and placing it with one that is much more harsh. It seems like in this situation, there really is no evidence that Iran has done anything to violate the agreement. This is really something Trump wants to do of his own volition. This is not something that's even being supported by the intelligence community within the United States. It seems that Trump feels, as he has said, that it was the worst deal ever that Obama had signed. And it seems like this really is the case. He just wants to scrap the deal because it was Obama that made it. In fact, that's been very much a key thing to his entire presidency, is trying to undo the things that Obama is, famous for having done, the very key elements to his presidency. So this reeks of very much a personal project rather than a diplomatic political stance, which is what this is supposed to be. This is international politics. This is not a point-scoring game against the previous president of the United States. And it shows once again that Trump will not listen to his advisors. They are going to tell him what he wants to hear, or he's going to get rid of them. Rex Tillerson, however questionable his credentials for the job may have been, he seems to have done fairly well enough, if not a total war hawk. But even in this case, if you do not give Donald Trump what he wants, he will essentially get rid of you and replace you with a yes man. Now, aside from this, there are many liberal feminists who've been cheering on the introduction of a female head of the CIA and laud this as some kind of achievement because we need our intersectional imperialism. The great thing about neoliberalism is that finally ladies can be imperialist, warmonger, bloodthirsty psychopaths too, and that this is something that people should not aspire to be. This is a bad thing. But of course, liberals, being that they are in bed with imperialism and the established order, just merely wanting to make a few pink tweaks to it, seem to be just happy to have a woman in that office. And I think that all of this really speaks a great deal to the state of American politics right now. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.